What's going on, shipheads? How's everybody doing out there? I'm Jody LaForgery, your cheap engineer. So welcome back to Track Mods, my weird little ship show on YouTube. And I've got this pile of Miranda Hornet sitting here. So if you watched my last two videos, you'll know the story. I was trying to rush this to get it done because I wanted to bring it to Wonderfest and show off and go, hey, look how cool I am, everybody, look at this cool ship I made. But that led to some mistakes and some breakages on the way home, just because I packed it poorly, because I knew I had to do some repairs on this. And here we are, we're at the stage where I start to do the repairs on this. So this is going to be part 19 of the Miranda Hornet Refit Project. Let's get cracking on that. Alright, here we go. So I gotta rewire this little pod here, so I'm just gonna clip it off for now, and I will repair that. So this wasn't working. We'll see if I can get some power to this and get it lit up again. And it looks like my pylon busted off right here. So I'm going to try to get that fixed first of all. I hadn't done any finishing seam work on these pylons on the joints, so it's not that huge of a loss, because there was still a lot to do. A little bit of Vallejo crapola in there. We'll just get rid of that. Try to keep the part that's right there in between the impulse on the side. Alright, get rid of this too. This is gonna all have to be repainted. Okay, so I've got that cleaned up now, mostly. There we go. Okay, so I've got that cleaned up now. Got the pylon all cleaned up. I'm gonna put it back in place there. Let's get the block. So I'm gonna have to hold that for a few seconds anyways until it can sit there on its own. Alright, these aren't too heavy so it won't drag down. Okay, little bead there. Okay, so I'll try to get it out. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so there's like a sort of a corner hole there. Okay, so again, a little bit larger of a gap here. Just got to go with the thicker stuff. Okay, not bad, not bad. A little bit stuck around the front. I think I'll leave that so that when I put it back, I have something to grab onto. Then I can always file it smooth afterwards. Okay, get these wires out. Okay, I'll get some power hooked up, see if this thing still works. Not that way. Alright, so I think it's a problem with this light right in here. So I'm gonna have to try and get that out. Don't actually have to get it out, I just have to get to the wires and eliminate that one. Pull this out. rid of that. So that light's eliminated. Okay, let's try this again. And I have nothing. Alright, so I'm not sure what happened. I've tried a bunch of different things. So my power pack's working. Tested it on other lights, removed lights that I thought might have been broken and were affecting the circuit, but nothing. This isn't lighting up, and it's very important that it does. It's like the main feature, right? I made this arboretum here that you can't even see, because it depends on being lit up. So, going to have to you'll probably know what that sound is. I don't want to ruin my little dish here, so I'm gonna just pop that right off. Luckily I can just sand that smooth and put it back. Okay, so that goes there. But I'm gonna have to cut the rest of this apart. So this is mostly, actually, don't need that yet. This is just that Vallejo crapola, and it's still not hard. It's still soft. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be using that anymore. You want it to be solid. When you fill in your cracks and seams, you want that to be hard. So we've got our light attached to here still. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to just take everything out and start over. Okay, so we're lighting up. This one's not. Oh, I see. It's broken right off. Okay. Okay, that's off. Okay, so a couple of them are working, a couple of them aren't. I think I'm just going to take everything out except for the Arboretum one. Might even add a couple more into that. So obviously my solder work was no good there. Alright, I'm going to rip all this stuff out and turn the clock and come right back. Okay, we're back up on the block here. Got all the broken lights torn away. So this one light is pretty good for lighting that arboretum. Let's just get it powered up. Okay. 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 Alright. So there we go. So we can see it. Pretty bright. Okay, so there, I got the other light off. So here it is from the window side. That's pretty good. And there's going to be some other lights in there helping it out. Because I need lights for these windows. As I had, but my soldering was not good enough, so it all fell apart. Let's see if I can do better. Okay, so what I want to do is still gonna use these. That's what I'm using, and I don't know how to use anything else. If I start changing the power requirements, I'm gonna have to start using capacitors, and I'll have to get one of those power supply things. We can't be doing that. Okay, so the first thing I gotta do is get this attached back onto here. Just gonna flatten the end of this a little bit. Carve that out a little bit. Okay, we're back. And it's the next day, so you're not hearing that noise in the background, which was AC and fans. Man, it was so hot yesterday. I just couldn't get any of this done. It was just way too hot. It was so hot we totally threw out the Celsius measuring system and started measuring the temperature in Scoville units. It was like 2 million Scoville here yesterday. So I've got a couple little lights hooked up here. I'm just gonna wrap up the soldering joinery. Okay, so I've drilled a little bit of an extra hole in the back of my arboretum there. I just want to give it a little bit more light. So take one of these lights here. So I'm going to wrap this down and around. Like so. And I'm going to put a tiny dot of glue to hold it there, as I did before. But this time I'm just going to be a little more cautious with where I'm putting the lights here. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this wire down a bit. Okay, so now I'm able to bring this back. Like so. Now I'll just get those two pieces secured down there. Okay. So now we're going to take this guy, plug it right in that hole. That's just because my contact touched. No worries over here. Okay, so I want to get this one. I want to give it a twist. Yeah. That. And just get it in there. Like that. Okay. So just a little glue on the light. And I'll stick it right up. Come on. Right up like that. There we go. I like turtles. Okay, so I'm going to try to get this one turned and point it over there towards the windows. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing with this one. Okay, so I got a stick somewhere with a little hook on it. That I use for twisting up the wires. And Lord help me find it. Lord help me find it, please, Lord. Where's my twisting stick? Why do I lose everything? Alright, here we go. So it's just a little loop of wire there. A little hook. So I just hook it in here. I'm just going to twist that up. Alright. And that allows me to just get it out of the way. Alright, so that's down in there. I gotta make sure I have one for my deflector. So I got one going to each window there. I've got two left on this strand right here, so I want Okay, so this one will go to the deflector. So okay, so I made, oh, I haven't done that yet. There, so I've made like a little cradle for the light. Now there's kind of extra wire. I know it's not ideal. I still need to learn proper lighting. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little glue there. Oh, probably a lot. Just gonna try to push this little post out just a little bit. Just want the dish to protrude just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, that's perfect. So now this one's gonna be for my little photon tube there. So I should be able to stick it right there. Down into the glue there. Didn't put a light in the bottom, but it'll probably light up enough for that. Oh, that's supposed to be blue. Shit. That's meant to be a blue light. Alright, here we go. Here's where I'm at for now. I'm starting to come back together. Got my pylon reattached. Got my nacelle fixed up a little bit. Got that bottom pod rewired up. So lit again. Except I put a white light in the deflector. I should have put a blue one. So I'm just going to change that. I'm going to end this video here. After about 2 days and probably about 6 hours worth of footage, I should have a nice half-an-hour video for you. So as always, I want to thank everybody for hitting that subscribe button, hit those notifications, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down, leave comments. I like everybody's input. As always, keep on trekking. Thanks for watching Trek Mods. Roll that beautiful starship footage.